This video describes the process of installing the BC Client application onto a Windows workstation or tablet. The purpose of that would be to create a barcode scanning station for employees on the shop floor. Now, what is BC? It's a little standalone application that accompanies Standard Time, and it's used just for scanning barcodes. It only runs on Windows operating system as opposed to something like a Chromebook, Android, or iPad. It is only Windows. It is typically only used for on-premise, not for cloud users. You can tell from the address bar that I am referring to a certain article which you can pull up on your own to help assist. You should be able to complete this in about 40 minutes. And again, this only applies to on-premise application users, not to cloud access users. But also know that you can deploy a web edition on your own servers on-premise, and you wouldn't necessarily need to use this BC application. You could use a web application on an Android or iPad type device on your shop floor. So if you want to install this BC app, you can do it using these steps. First thing you want to do is check your prerequisites. You want to make sure that first of all you have Standard Time connecting to your corporate SQL Express or SQL Server database. You can click this link and that will take you off to another article that explains how to get Standard Time connected to your SQL database, but you need to have that so that you have a good credentials file that you can share with this BC Client application. Once you've done that, then the prerequisites are pretty simple. BC will run on pretty much anything Windows 10 and above. This is not Android or iOS. It is a Windows Client desktop application. You will need Microsoft.NET 4.8 or above. Of course, that changes rapidly. There'll be newer versions as time goes on. You'll need a Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection to your local area network and a barcode scanner connected to your USB port. Having all those, you should be able to copy that credentials file from a workstation that already has Standard Time installed. And this is the link here that you can go and find out how to do that if you haven't already. Or if you don't have IT support for this, just go to the cloud. It's a lot easier. Open the Documents folder and you'll probably find a Standard Time SQL.dsn file. That is the credentials file that you want to copy. You can navigate back to the machine that BC is going to run on, put that into the Documents folder of that. Turns out you can also put that Standard Time SQL.dsn credentials file right into the BC folder that we're going to create soon. This little graphic here shows how to copy that from the Documents folder. Next thing we're going to do is then find that workstation where Standard Time is installed and open up the program files x86 Standard Time. It'll probably be something like Standard Time and then the year, like 2026, 2027, 2028, 2030, / utilities, and then a BC folder. You can grab that, paste that onto the target machine, then you will be able to run a program from that. So this little graphic shows you copying that. Here's the BC folder. You can copy that and then paste it into the target machine. Once you've got that, open up the BC folder. You'll find bc.exe, double click to run it, and make sure that it opens up without any database errors or issues. Probably want to scan a username, job number, and a task just to make sure that it is actually accepting your scans and that it starts the timer. Then scan the word stop to stop the timer. And now you're back to this screen, and that pretty much ends it. That's all you have to do. You're pretty much just copying a folder from one machine over to a target machine, and that's really all there is to it. There's no installer. You simply copy it. You can probably do it in about 40 minutes. And again, this article up here at the top will show you how to do that if you use that in conjunction with this video. Good luck. Let us know if you have any trouble.